Alrighty, I think we are live and ready to go. What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a great start to your Friday. Let's quickly get started. We got 14 minutes till the market opens. We're going to review the watch list, and then we're going to be trading the market open for roughly 30 minutes. Today is Friday, December 3rd, and it's the last day of the first trading week already. Sounds like it's somehow flying by. Next week, we're going to have a full 5 days of trading, so that's going to be pretty amazing. Like I said before, we're going to be trading the first 15 minutes of the market open, and then, we're going to start the live stream, and for about 14 minutes, now 13 minutes, we're going to talk about the watch list, and then for about 30 minutes, after the market opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be trading. So the whole thing should last around 45 minutes. Check out the video description below if you have any questions. There's a FAQ there. Let's get started with the watch list. So today, right now, pre-market, I'm watching INPX, which has been running 400%. Now, it just did another, I think, 40%. Let's quickly check this out. 50% actually. It just did another 50% in just like 15 minutes here. This thing is flying. We might try to buy a dip on this one. Let's see what happens. We have a good amount of trades today, so I don't have to be overly cautious on any one. Well, I need to always be cautious, but I don't have to maybe, be super like I only have one trade today and like get freaked out about it. So right now I'm watching this one, INPX again. It's dropping. We've had many dips on INPX that went below 30% in just 2, 3, 4 minutes. So you got to really watch out with this one. This thing could really fly. I have an order right now right around here. I'm gonna move this down just a little bit, just for safety reasons while I'm talking about this. And if anything, move it up or adjust it accordingly. Let's go ahead and put this here over at 23. Just gonna have that ready to go. So this is going to be interesting today, how we're going to trade all these different accounts and whatnot. We have 2 accounts. Both of them could do, in theory, 3 trades each. That's pretty huge. All right, let's get started with the watch list overview. INPX, first of all, it was a 38 million market cap. It was honestly like a 10 million market cap just 2 days ago. 105 million float, US app software company. It's been gapping over 100% now. I wrote my watch list 55% pre-market. Their CEO, Nadir Ali, was interviewed by Yahoo Finance. And guys can check out the link to Yahoo Finance on the watch list on Trade to Win on the forum thread where I always post the watch list. Pretty interesting. But basically it's a software application company, and their main thing is being able to find certain products in malls and other shopping centers. So that one's just been going wild lately, getting a lot of PR. And then the watch list today is just absurd. If you just check out the scanner, it's all energy companies. It's all, petroleum or oil and gas exploration. Check all these energy. So these things are going crazy because I haven't really found much information for each and every one of them. So I'm assuming it's all the Iranian events that's been going on. I think that's the big catalyst that we're seeing today. So the first one I'm looking at, I'm trying to kind of keep INPX on my radar a little bit here. CEI, first of all, really quickly. 7 million market cap, 4.4 million float. This thing is tiny. It's an oil and gas drilling and exploration company, gapping 66%. So these guys actually do have news. They're announcing closing of preferred stock redemption agreement and the Iranian thing. So that's kind of like double. It's like industry and that's like micro and macro news, I guess you can say. So this one's going to be really interesting to follow. I'm really watching the dollar volume here. I want to see this dollar volume come up a little bit if we're going to trade this one, but so far it looks like it's the case. And then we have LLEX, which 29 million market cap, 75 million float, US independent oil and gas company, gapping 150%. This one's huge. All of these could have been really interesting pre-market buys. Like, you guys know, I've been a little pause off lately with pre-market. I'll probably be getting into that a little bit more next week just because I have more trades now and I can, maybe take profits quickly, like this one. This is exactly the classic trade I'm looking at. You're around 8 o'clock, had the big pullback, and then made that 11% bounce. Actually, this bounce was closer to 14, 15%. So I would have sold here on the line, been able to probably profit about 7% on this one. This one would have been a really nice trade. So just things like that is what I'm gonna be looking for pre-market, and especially if we start holding the highs here and looking for secondary runs to the upside. The LLEX company though, this one doesn't have any micro news, so company specific news today. So I'm really thinking that this is just the whole Iranian event. So let's see what happens. Let's quickly go back to INPX now that I have a limit order out here. Don't want to kind of leave this one alone too long. And just the way this thing runs is so aggressive. I mean, this bounce right here, check this out. This is a 7% bounce. Actually, this is even more than a 7% bounce. Let me quickly go here to here. That's almost a 10%, so about a 9% bounce. Just crazy in just 3 minutes. So yeah, this INPX is just super aggressive. Right now it's breaking above some major resistance zones, which I think are going to be new support. So we hit what did we hit? 0.575. So almost this 6 area, and now we're pulling back all the way here again, back to this 0.4 area. So I think there's going to be good support in this area, and so let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of support forms. CEI brought me here. That's pretty cool. What's up, Mavis? Happy to have you. So is your first time here? Yeah, so that's really the main ones I'm looking at. There's also a lot of other things moving, but a lot of them have market caps well over 500 million. That's typically out of the range that I typically want to be trading. We're looking for those small caps, so ideally 250 million and lower with super low floats, ideally under 50 million float. And then obviously whatever is trading the most on the day, so it has the highest dollar volume out of that category. I need to improve my scanner a little bit because I'm still scanning for some of these larger caps. I reduced it recently to 1.3 million, but sometimes you have a day where there's not a lot moving, and today's definitely not one of those days. I don't know, my expectations for INPX. I mean, honestly, it's not really relevant what I think. What I'm going to be looking for, I mean, I don't know if this is going to keep running. It's already, you could say overextended, but these things, you never know how far they're going to run. It could easily hit $1. Who knows? But what I'm going to be looking for is clear support, clear resistance, and see if this thing starts making new highs. And I'll start looking for entries on the first or second pullback for the first 30 minutes. And after that, I'll be looking for reversals or bigger dips or something like that. So me, I don't just blindly hold and go long on any of these. A lot of these companies are not probably going to be around very long. A lot of these have really shady financing deals. I mean, look at this. If you're holding INPX for basically 2 years, this thing was supposedly at one point at $50,000, which is not true just because of these constant reverse splits. Yeah, you get more shares, but actually you get less shares. But the real problem is the shady financing that goes off in the back end, where there's dilution, where they sell new shares into the market for financing, and that's really because these companies are just always going broke, so they're really just dumping shares onto retailers. So I wouldn't really be holding any of these companies blindly, but to day trade a lot of these things, it can be very profitable. Have I back tested these strategies? Not with, let's say, using the TD Ameritrade system where you can plug in some algorithm or something like that. No, but I have my trade journal where I document all of my trades, and I have statistics on certain patterns. So I guess you can say that's like front testing. I don't even know what you would call that, but yeah, so I have a built up strategy. For example, the support line bounce, I know is about 73% success ratio. So I know that's one of my best patterns. And that's kind of like my back testing, is just documenting all my trades and then learning from them. Now this is a pretty new challenge, the $25,000 challenge, and there's still a lot to learn for it. This is only our second, or no, this is now our third month. Yeah, it is a crazy mechanism. And to be honest, I didn't know about it about 6 months ago. I was kind of, it was kind of brought to my attention at the Trader Summit in Orlando this year, or last year. All right, so we got 3 more minutes. We're going to be trading again, 30 minutes open market, market open. Let's see what we do. Yesterday I didn't trade, and there's no reason to force any trades. If I don't feel like it, or I just don't see that perfect setup, then it's totally fine not trading. So just got to remember that. Now I might trade afterwards. So for about another hour till about like 11:30, 12, I'll be trading off the live stream. And then you can see all those trades and everything I've done and a little recap in the video that I'm going to be coming out later today after this live stream. So yeah, 2 minutes till the market opens. Let's go. Direct. To be honest, I'm not really sure. What ticker is that? I don't know this one. And like always, guys, you just want to take a few big breaths, deep breaths before the market. So it looks like DRRX. It's a 500 million market cap. So that's like getting into the mid cap, but still like kind of like borderline limit. Oh yeah, this thing has been flying. Pretty big float as well, 185 million. Drug developer dips on failed psoriasis trial. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. Can't really comment on this one. It does have a giant dip though today. It looks like big support at $2. I probably won't be trading that one, but sometimes you gotta love those stocks that just fall off a cliff because they can be some really nice bounce trades. All right, 57 seconds till the market opens. 20 concurrent viewers. Guys, I think this is a max for us actually. 49 seconds. You guys are making me all anxious. This is why I trade the other half of the market open offline. I need to like come down from this. $20 seconds. Could give us some flash crashing here right with the market open. I'm just going to keep that in mind. I might remove my limit order at any moment. Big support down here though, 377. All right, here we go, guys. I always love the close of yesterday for former support. So that's 0.34. That's a little closer to this area. Let's see what happens. A lot of stuff moving right now. This thing is dipping hard. So this candle right here, this dip alone is 11%. You got to keep that in mind. This thing is a flyer. There's going to be a lot of people that want to get out at these prices. I mean, there's a lot of back holders on INPX. You just got to remember that. I mean, this thing could crash, and it could crash hard, but it could keep rallying. I don't know. It's a crazy one. It does have a pretty big amount of shares outstanding though. So the amount of flies is actually kind of surprising to me with that amount of shares outstanding. So 45 would have been a pretty good entry. I would have already closed that position though. There's no way I would be holding it right now. But right here, big support came in. Let's very quickly check out some of the other things. CEI is moving. Finding some support at 2.2. I think this 2 area could be huge support. I'm going to put a alert here below. Thanks, guys. I just saw your comments. So if we wanted to trade this one, we'd probably be looking for about 500 shares. Big bounce coming in already. And the other one, LLEX, this one's I had a feeling that this one might surprise us just because how much it moved pre-market, but this one $1.7 million volume already. So big support here at about 0.5. It's going to be hard to just kind of decide on something to trade. YUMA also really shot me out of the gate, but wow, that gapper is no joke. Oh yeah. Ooh, this thing barely ever holds its gap, so be careful with these. So INPX has the most dollar volume right now. It's the most traded out of the small caps that we're looking at, which is typically a good indicator of something you want to be trading. WLL and CRC are pretty interesting as well. .51, big support here. The reason I'm super hesitant on INPX is because I traded this one not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago, and this thing moves so fast. When it crashes, it dips like 10, 20, 30% in minutes, which makes me somehow super on edge when I trade this one. I don't know. I don't think I could trade a breakout on this one. If anything, I'd probably be trading pullbacks on this one. So right here, 5.25, that could have been the pullback, that first pullback. I don't like how it has this high right here. It's kind of making me a little uneasy, but let's see what happens. 5 minutes looking pretty good. Yeah, so this 0.5 was good support. All right, now it's moving higher. Keep an eye on LLEX. Phew. 15%. Create an alert if it goes above. The nicest part is that we are having excellent connection. That's also really good. INPX is rallying. We might break past this double top here. Let's see what happens. Here we go, new high of the day. 0.58. Always check the 5 minutes down here, this chart. It's always good for potential entries. Yeah. Izzy, I think you're right. I hope I'm saying your name right. So this probably would have been the entry so far when we broke out here, and then we had that pullback to this area, 0.51. It was just that morning gap or break to the downside made me a little shaky. $74. LEX pulling back a little bit. Looks like we're gonna get a breakout here. I've watched INPX break out so many times, and I have only been on one of the big ones, I guess you can say. But man, I just I have a hard time buying it. Here we go. Who's on board with this one? Whew. 62. Yeah, that first pullback, guys. Like I said in the beginning of the live stream, I like to trade first pullbacks. This would have been the one. 17% already. That's a big one. That's a big move. Mind you, we're still trading with small position sizes, so probably won't be another 2 or 3 months till our position sizes hopefully double. All right, solid breakout here, super solid breakout. %24% since that first 1 minute pullback. If we wanted to enter around these areas with $2,000, I mean 2,000 shares, I mean it's a little on the high end, but definitely doable. 0.59. See what kind of pullback we get right now. 0.5 is definitely going to be the biggest support. That would be about a 23% pullback. Big pullbacks right now. Huge sellers. Whew. These bounces are tremendous on INPX. You got to watch out. .65 was quite a nice run, I got to admit. Was not expecting that. See on the daily. All right, some big dip buyers came in there. I'm kind of impressed. I was thinking about potentially buying here at 0.54, but I was also thinking we might see a dip down to 0.5, so I didn't really want to jump in on that one just yet. You guys are just a bunch of animals out there. Sebastian coming in with the truth, laying down the truth hammer. I'm still trading market open is still one of my most like shaky trading styles. So this is the one I'm the most hesitant on lately. So if you're kind of wondering why I'm being so not aggressive, it's just, you know, I probably need a few more weeks of just studying these patterns over and over again before I start being more aggressive with the market open. Especially with something like INPX. I mean, you could lose. This pullback was so heavy, 14%. I mean, imagine entering right here on the breakout and being down 14%. No, thank you. This thing might break higher. I don't see shorts being super interested in shorting something like this just yet. I feel like this thing is flying off of FOMO right now, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Just very quickly, LLEX. Let's see how this one's kind of playing out. kind of shaky here, a little bit all over the place. But what I do like about this one, found some support, bounced up 14%. You could probably argue that 0.55 might be the new support, might be the low here before it continues maybe some upward momentum, but it's too messy of a chart for me. CEI, this could actually be a bearish flag. I'm not sure if I'd want to trade this one. Let's see what happens here. I have an alert. If it goes lower, I would probably like to buy it around $2. YUMA, 54%. Yeah, in all honesty, INPX seems to be the one really flying, and looks like it's going to pull back here. Let's see what happens. Maybe we get a little dip buy. I hope my overly cautiousness is still exciting enough to watch, but my watch likes that I'm not getting a heart attack right now. INPX never ceases to stop amazing me. These tiny moves here just like are so crazy strong. Let's see what's gonna happen. This momentum looks like it might be holding. I think we got to break above the 0.6. All right, looks like it's dipping down. I would watch out if I was long right now. I'd probably be a little insecure with my position, probably trying to get out of it. I don't like that we made a lower low if I was long. I would probably be looking to get in around 0.5. Just last week was the week of me rushing too many trades. And, you know, today and yesterday I was definitely a little overcautious and I've missed a few, actually quite a bit of setups. But, you know, I'd rather miss a setup than take a big loss. And I don't know, those last few days were a bit annoying. YUMA, let's quickly take a look at it. We had a 5-minute pullback, then a nice clear, very clear 5-minute bounce. Let's see if this downwards trend continues. All right, here we go. Here's a dip. I think the crack is coming. If we dip back down to 0.5 from the top, that's a 23% pullback. I've seen INPX do much more than that. Might find some support here at the 0.45. That would be about a 30% pullback, which I could definitely see as well. It's really a question on how much risk you want to take on a stock like this. What's up, Heiko? No, we're not in a trade, but we might be. INPX right now is a pretty interesting look, maybe around 0.5, 0.45, or not. This thing might just keep breaking higher, and we might not even be able to trade it till later today when it really starts pulling back hard, because this thing will pull back hard at one point today. And those are actually some of my favorite entries. It's my best pattern, so I'm not sure if I'll trade this one. TTNP. I'm gonna quickly pull this one up on the list. Whoa, where'd it go? Where'd it go? We were watching this one a few days ago. Breaking higher now. This one's breaking up really nicely. Here you can see the pullback. This is the first pullback, now breaking out 7%. Kind of a lot going on here. Very low dollar volume, unfortunately, on this one. But if it breaks past this 26, this thing could really fly. Remember, there's nothing wrong with not trading. Just one day closer to that really nice trade you're going to get. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. It's just really risky at the moment. It's that risk reward isn't really there for me. If you were a breakout buyer, this actually would potentially be a point of interest right here. I'm a pretty lousy breakout buyer, I gotta admit. So it probably won't be till another, I don't know, month or two till I really start getting aggressive on the breakout buying. Five-minute pullbacks are phenomenal entries though. And you can see here, my mouse is right now on this chart in the middle. So we have a run up pre-market, we have a pullback here. It's kind of the first pullback. And then on the 5-minute, we're having that kind of second pullback. Although you could consider maybe this is a pullback, this is a pullback. I don't know. It's a bit messy. Pre-market, I mean, market open though, this is the first major 5-minute pullback. Sometimes I wonder if nobody was watching me right now, would I enter at 0.6? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Probably not. I'm like, breakout? Not for me. 0.65, 0.63. Izzy, why do I feel like you're in this trade? There's a really good chance that this is going to break to a new high of day, 0.65. Oh man, I'd be sweating right now. That's all I have to say. What are we about to get out of here? I'll be praying to the Lord, baby Jesus. Please don't let INPX crash on me today. Oh boy. So there could be some support here at 0.54, 0.55. Definitely going to be some support here at 0.5, and then a little bit above that, 0.42. I think it's going to be major support. Or we break out higher, and who knows? So something I want to take into consideration here, it's 9:50 Eastern Standard Time. This is typically when I stop trading the morning gap and go strategy. I like those first 20 minutes the most. You could kind of see why. You have this, 1-2 big pullbacks. And after that, around 10 o'clock, I've noticed the gap and go strategy, the momentum gap and go strategy is just not that reliable anymore. And then you start having big pullbacks around 9:55, and then around 10, 10:15, you start seeing some bottoms be made and potential reversals. And then from the bottom, first and second pullbacks again, kind of like that second phase of trading. So I'm gonna probably be looking for that. I think we missed the morning trade, which is totally fine. I actually am. I don't use it that much, but I am. I think I'm Mr. Alex Winkler on there. I'd have to double check. I used it a lot when I was reporting Twitter all the time. LLEX is gapping. Andy is on the watchtower. Big orders coming in. You know, I actually like this. I like this dip it had, this bounce here off the big support area of 0.5. 0.5 is a really nice big hole number. Let's see what happens with this one. I think this could be a really good red to green move. And a red to green move is basically just red on the day, kind of like you see. Finds some support, kind of shook out the weak hands, and then it really starts rallying to the upside. I'm going to create an alert here above it. Did you find me? Let me see if I can find myself. Stock twit. Man, INPX got me so on edge. I'm like a little girl when I look at it. I'm just like, oh, oh Lord. What is that gonna do? So I am on stock twits. My normal name is just Alex Winkler. That's my user profile. So what I'm doing right now with LLEX, I'm just keeping an eye on it. I keep looking at the price down here at 0.5, but even more so, I kind of look at this percentage. I've noticed it over 60% a few times. So it's, you know, very nicely up on the day. I'm also keeping an eye on, see what's moving, because sometimes these smaller ones, anything below $10 million volume will start picking up, right? And then before you know it, they're at 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million volume. INPX was one of the smallest dollar volumes yesterday, and then it ended up on $120 million volume. So that's basically how much money is being traded that day. And those are really, really good. That's a really good way to find things that are just kind of slowly inching its way up. And sometimes they'll give you really nice, you know, 10, 20, 30, 100, or in INPX's case, 400% returns. I usually never hold over 7%, but I'm getting better at that. Yeah, if you add me there, I'll go ahead and add you back. I'll keep an eye out for you, Mavis. All right, let's see what we got here. INPX not wanting to drop. Is this going to be that breakout that we've all been waiting for? Whew. I could do this all day. So yeah, LLEX just went above 60%. CEI, we should probably be keeping a closer eye on CEI. What I do after the live stream, since my laptop can't handle it right now, is I'll open a second trading window, and that way I'm able to follow a little bit more after the live stream, which is kind of convenient. So here's a little channel that CEI is in, and it looks like it's breaking out from that channel right now to the downside. This might be the last touch, so I think we're getting a crash here on CEI. Again, $2 is always a potential really good entry. Nice, very cool. Let's see what happens. Whoa, what am I doing? I thought I had a different tool out. I'm clicking on too much stuff right now. So this first pullback, I guess you could even say it came from here, 17%. If we get another pullback in that area, then the $2 is definitely going to be a strong buy signal. So I think CEI at $2 is definitely going to be something I'm feeling. Create alert. Oh wait, I already have an alert there. ONTX, let's check it out. What's it doing? Andy, don't you know to let us know what ONTX is doing? Oh God, where did it go? ONTX, ONTX, ONTX. Guys, I got too much on my watch list right now. It's rare that our watch lists are so full. $2.6 million volume, 44 million market cap, 100 million shares outstanding. Pretty interesting. Big support here in 0.4, kind of running up 7% already from this area. Really interesting long-term chart, because if it breaks above these former areas, this thing could really run heavy. Kind of like right around here. It's up pre-market. It's past pre-market highs. It's always a good sign. Not really the ideal price that I want to be trading. I typically like to trade stuff between $2 and $7. Again, INPX is kind of like definitely a exception to that rule. I'm going to be following this one like a hawk. INPX crashing right now. Or not, I don't know. It looks like it was. I would not be buying right now. But then again, I've been wrong on this one so many times. So if you just do the opposite of what I say on INPX, I think you'll probably make money. Let's see if we could snag this INPX trade. And if we can't, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream soon. I want you guys to also have your peace and quiet. You don't have to hear me rambling all the time, but sometimes I really just like to focus on the charts for like an hour afterwards and just really think. And sometimes that's some of my best trading. I just got to get used to both. Live streaming yourself trading is definitely something new for me. What I'm waiting for again on INPX is just a dip below this former support here at 0.539. Okay, here we go. Boom. That happened so fast. $16% already. Big buyers at 0.52. Five-minute, this entry looks pretty good. I would have wanted this one to pull back a little harder though. Again, even if my limit order was there, we would have missed this one. I probably would have been closer to 5.5 something. I don't know. Okay, this bounce was pretty good. Who got that one? Did anyone get that? I hope somebody got it. It was nice. That was a nice dip down. Woo! Again, based on the way I trade, I would have been taking profits already. I would have closed out that trade. A lot of buyers coming in here. It looks like it might break even higher. Super nice. Super clean bounce. That's what we look for. Unfortunately, I didn't get that one. Chemdog back in action. You grabbed it? That's what I like to hear. Should have bought it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? That's the story of trading. Yep. Yeah, that first pullback this morning, this thing basically did the same thing. Looking really good. Let's see if it does another pullback. Some big sellers here at 5.5. They keep kind of poking their heads up real quickly and then disappearing. But then check out the buyers though, tier 2, a massive amount of buyers. I think if my mustache gets longer and I'm able to curl it, might improve my trading, but I'm not totally sure yet. No, the red line is not my limit order. It's just where I put drew a support line. But I did actually have a limit order there for a little bit pre-market. You guys might remember that. I went ahead and removed that limit order though. LLEX is back above 60% on the day. Shane is going all in over here. CEI below 210. Whew, everything's moving right now. Right now it's 403. Remember guys, we're still in dip central. You know, till about 410 is when things start calming down a little bit. Big dip for CEI. Yep. INPX is also dipping. It's kind of tough. You got to really pick and choose your battles right now. Is 5 going to hold? That's the question. CEI at 211. CEI is super close to 2, kind of freaking me out. I kind of want to order there on that one. I don't think 5's going to hold. Right now 5's going to eat up. 5 just crashed. Woo! There we go. If we wanted to join the bid right now, a bit lower than ideal. Just going to go ahead and put this up one. .45 holding. Bounce looking a little weak, guys. I'd be maybe careful on this one. CEI 216. I hope we don't miss both of these. All right, that would have been a really solid entry on this one. 9% bounce already. Let me just quickly check out CEI. 2.09. I'm going to let both of these run a little bit. There's no reason to rush into anything. LLEX finding huge support. I like this one. INPX quickly back to 0.5. 0.5 is a good chance it's going to be major resistance. Everyone that wasn't able to get out on that one is going to be trying to maybe dump right now. Who knows? Maybe not. Nope. Boom. Shot through. Guys, I'm missing these trades left and right. So just kind of glancing at the 5-minute, yeah, this, you know, we should have freaking went into this one. Yeah, I'm gonna blame that on myself. I think I should have just jumped on that one. I don't know why I didn't. LLEX pulling back here. All right, guys, we're getting into reversal territory, and I'm going to give the market maybe another 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to start my secondary trading. Is a super nice trade. Super good work there. You're probably, what do you have, up 17% already? 14, 15%. Really sweet. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that one. That was Friday trading. I'm going to be trading for another hour. No trades, I guess, on the live stream. Again, this is unusual, especially with this many trades. I don't know why I'm being so conservative lately. I think it's just because I know my flow is off after these holidays. So that's, I think, maybe some of the reason. I'm going to be looking for reversals. I'm going to be looking for big support zones to start holding and stocks to be making moves to the upside, new highs, and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. If you guys want to check out if I make any trades later today, just check out the the recap video that I'm going to be coming out with shortly. Not shortly, but probably in like 3-4 hours. Make some awesome trades, guys. Stay safe all over this weekend. Subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more. Drop a like if you have not done so already. That's enough for me. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It was really good fun trading with you. I'll see you again live Monday. See you guys. Ciao, ciao.